Good evening to all. Today we will see the applications of the definite integrals. So here we will see how to find the unknown areas by using the concept of the definite integrals. Okay. So first of all, suppose if y is equal to f of x is a continuous function. It is a continuous function in the closed bracket a comma b. If y is equal to f of x is the continuous function in the closed bracket a comma b, if you want to find the area bounded by the curve with above the x-axis between the given lines, if you want to find it, then we can use the concept of the definite integral. That is, suppose if the y is equal to f of x graph is like that, if I want to find the area bounded by the curve with the x-axis between the line x is equal to a and x is equal to b. So if you want to find the area bounded by the curve with x-axis between the line x is equal to a and x is equal to b, means if this hashed area, if you want to find it, so that is going to give this formula, that is the required area is equal to integral a to the b f of x dx. Means we will integrate that particular function within the limits a to the b, and if you evaluate the definite integral value, this is going to give the area bounded by this curve with x-axis between the line x is equal to a and x is equal to b. Means here this given function completely should be there. Y is equal to in terms of the x. Y is equal to in terms of the x. So this f of x, you can also write that integral a to the b y dx. Integral a to the b y dx, it is going to give the area under the curve with x-axis between the line x is equal to a and x is equal to b. Okay, similarly, suppose if the curve, if it is bounded with y-axis, then how do you find the area bounded by this curve with y-axis between the given limit? So to find that, suppose if x is equal to g of y, if it is a function, it is a continuous function, the closed bracket a comma b. Suppose if the graph of that particular function, if it is bounded with y-axis like that, if I want to find the area bounded with y-axis between the line y is equal to c and y is equal to d, if you want to find it, means if you want to find this hashed area, if you want to find it, we can observe that this entire area which is bounded with y-axis between the line y is equal to c and y is equal to d. So this area is going to give, that is integral c to the d, means these both are the y limits. That's why the given function we have to completely convert x is equal to in terms of the y. That's why here variable is the y, g of y dy we will write it. So that is equal to integral c to the d g of y is nothing but the x dy. So the function completely we have to convert x in terms of the y. So that function we have to keep here. Then we have to integrate this. Then we will find the area bounded by the curve with y-axis between the line y is equal to c and y is equal to d. Right. So these are the two cases. In this both the cases we have found the area bounded by the one curve with x-axis or with y-axis. But sometimes we have to find the area bounded between the two curves. Then how do you find that area? Okay, suppose if you want to find the area bounded between the two curves, that is y is equal to f of x and y is equal to g of x. So here the area which is lies in between the two curves only. Suppose if you draw the graph of that two curves, suppose y is equal to f of x if the graph is like that, and y is equal to g of x if the graph is like this. I want to find the area bounded between these two curves. This is the area I want to find it. So if you want to find this, since these two curves are going to meet somewhere else here, first you should find their point of intersection. In their point of intersection, we have to find their x coordinates or y coordinate of their point of intersection. Suppose if x is equal to a and x is equal to b are the opposites of their point of intersection, let us assume that. Then the required area is, what we will do is, first we will find the area bounded by this upper curve with x-axis between the limits x is equal to a and x is equal to b, means under this above curve with the x-axis, means this entire area we are going to get it, that is nothing but integral a to the b f of x dx. That is the area bounded by this upper curve between the x-axis, between the line x equal to a and x is equal to b. From this entire area, we will subtract the area bounded by this below curve with x-axis between the limits x equal to a and x is equal to b, that is minus integral a to the b g of x dx. Means from this entire area bounded by this upper curve with x-axis, from this entire area, if I subtract the area bounded by this below the curve, then we are going to get this remaining area is bounded by the two curves. That is going to give this formula, means it is integral a to the b f of x minus g of x dx. You can take integral a to the b common, so then you can write that integral a to the b f of x minus g of x, where f of x is an upper curve minus g of x is the lower curve. Therefore, to find that area integral a to the b upper curve minus lower curve, we will take it. Suppose if you don't know about what is the upper curve, what is the lower curve, then we'll take that one curve minus another curve. Then we will keep the modulus, because the area always should be positive. That's why. So that is going to give integral a to the b upper curve minus lower curve dx is going to give the area bounded between the two curves. Okay, so this is the next concept. So in this again we may have some sub cases. Suppose we want to find the area bounded between the two lines x is equal to a and x is equal to b. So in between these two values, suppose if you have some more point of intersection of the two curves, then how do you solve this? Suppose for these particular two curves within the given lines x is equal to a and x is equal to b, somewhere else you may have one more point of intersection. Then how do you find that area? Suppose for example, if y is equal to f of x is the curve, if you draw the graph of that, suppose if the graph is like that and y is equal to g of x curve, suppose if you draw the graph of this, if the graph of that like this, I want to find the area bounded between, suppose if the first point of intersection whose x coordinate is x is equal to a, for the last point of intersection suppose x is equal to b, I want to find the area bounded between x is equal to a and x is equal to b between the two curves, means I want to find this area and as well as I want to find this area also. This entire area I have to find it. But here in these two curves again are going to meet somewhere else here in between. Let us assume that it is equal to x is equal to c, and this is upper curve say y is equal to f of x, and this lower curve say y is equal to g of x. Now I want to find this hashed area. If you want to find this here from a to the c, where upper curve is f of x and the lower curve is g of x, but from the c to the b, here the upper curve is g of x and the lower curve is f of x. So in certain cases the required area is equal to, we will find the area between a to the c is one part, between a to the c we will find this area where upper curve is f of x minus g of x. So f of x minus g of x dx plus again from the c to the b, again from the c to the b, so that upper and lower curves are getting interchange again. That's why here the upper curve is g of x and here the lower curve is f of x. That's why again from the c to the b we have to take g of x minus f of x dx. So this we have to evaluate this. So whenever the upper and lower curves are getting interchanged somewhere else in between, then we have to split that limits from a to the c upper curve minus lower curve plus c to the b upper curve minus lower curve. Then we will add this both the areas, then we are going to get this entire hashed area. Okay, so this is the sub part of this. Okay, so again in some cases for the single curve also some amount of the area may be available above the x-axis, some amount may be available below the x-axis. In certain cases how do you find the area? Suppose if y is equal to f of x is the given curve, y is equal to f of x is the given curve. If you draw the graph of that particular curve, suppose if the graph is like this, let us assume that the graph of that particular function is equal to is like that. I want to find the area bounded with x-axis between the line x is equal to a and x is equal to b. I want to find the area bounded between x is equal to a and x is equal to b. Here if you observe that, so somewhere else the graph is going to meet on the x-axis. First you have to find that particular point on the x-axis. Let's assume that this is equal to, say, x is equal to c. X is equal to c. So to find that required area bounded with x-axis means some amount of the area we can find lies above the x-axis, some amount of the area lies below the x-axis. Therefore, the required area is equal to, here also we will make it as a two parts. One is from a to the c, f of x dx, we will find the area which lies above the x-axis. So this area obviously we are going to get as a positive, plus, but from the c to the b, if you find the area bounded by that curve with x-axis, so since that curve lies below the x-axis, that's why this area we are going to get as a negative, but area means numerically it should be the positive always. That's why we have to take the modulus whenever if you find some curvature below the x-axis. So below the x-axis if you find it, for that we have to find a separate area with the modulus, then we have to add that to this first area. So like that we have to split the area bounded between the two curves. So these are the different cases. So now we will see how to solve the problems based on this particular concept. So for solving the problem, whatever the given curve is there, for that first we will try to draw the graph of that. So within that graph, whatever the area we have to find it, so we will get the accuracy for it. Okay, now here observe here this problem. So we'll solve the first problem. Find the area of the region bounded by the curve y square is equal to x, x is equal to 0 and between x is equal to 4 with x-axis. So what is the area bounded by that particular curve between the lines x equal to 0 and x is equal to 4 with x-axis? We have to find it. So to find that, first look at this solution. So the given curve is that, which is y square is equal to x. Y square is equal to x. So if you observe this curve, this is in the form of y square is equal to 4ax form, means this is going to represent a right open parabola. The parabola will be like this. So this is the parabola we have to find it. This is the parabola that is given, that is y square is equal to x parabola. This will be in this particular format. Now we have to find the area between the lines. The given lines are that is x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 4. So x is equal to 0, that is going to represent the y-axis. This is x is equal to 0. And the x is equal to 4, that is going to represent a vertical line, that is x is equal to 4. Now we have to find the area bounded with x-axis. With x-axis means this is the x-axis. We have to find the bounded area bounded only above the x-axis. Suppose if they are not mentioning about the with x-axis, in certain cases we have to find this below x-axis area also. This entire area we have to find it if they are not mentioning about with x-axis. So in certain cases we can find the area bounded in the first coordinate, then we will make it as a 2 times, then we will get the total area. But here they have mentioned about the with x-axis, that's why we will find the area bounded above the x-axis only. So therefore the required area is equal to, that is integral. Here the given limits are given as between x equal to 0 and x is equal to 4, means it is 0 to the 4. The given curve is that y square is equal to x. So whatever the given curve is there, first we have to convert that y is equal to in terms of the x, means when y square is equal to x and y is equal to root x dx. So then if you integrate this, then we are going to get the area bounded by that curve with x-axis between the limits, between the lines x equal to 0 and x is equal to 4. Now if you integrate that, you know the formula for integral root x is 2 by 3, x power 3 by 2, then keep the limits 0 to the 4. Then first substitute the upper limit, that is 4 power 3 by 2 minus lower limit which is 0. Now the value of 4 power 3 by 2 which is 8, 8 2s are 16 upon 3 square units. So this is the area bounded by this curve with the given lines. Okay. So like that we have to evaluate this. Now we will see the second problem. So that is the area of the region bounded by the parabolas y square is equal to 4ax and x square is equal to 4ay. How do you find that particular area? So here the given parabolas are, the given curves are y square is equal to 4ax, call that is equation number 7, and x square is equal to 4ay, call that is equation number say 2. If you draw the graph of these two particular curves, y square is equal to 4ax, that is going to represent left open parabola whose axis is along the positive x-axis and vertex is at the 0. So that's why the parabola will be like this. And if we consider the parabola x square is equal to 4ay, this represents an upward parabola whose axis is parallel to the whose axis is along the positive y-axis and vertex is at 0, 0. That's why the parabola will be like that. Now we have to find the area bounded between these two parabolas. This is the required area, we have to find it. For finding that area, we can observe the two graphs. These two graphs are going to meet at the two different points. So one point from the graph we can observe that this is at the origin. Other, there is one more point of intersection is there. We have to solve that both the equations. We should find what is that point of intersection. So to solve, first we will solve these two equations, solving 1 and 2. Solving 1 and 2. So first from the second equation, we will find the value of y in terms of the x. From the second equation, y is equal to x square upon 4a. Y is equal to x square upon 4a. Substitute that y value in the equation 1. So from the equation 1, you will substitute the y value in that y square, that is x power 4 upon 16a square is equal to 4ax. Then do the cross multiplication, then it is x power 4 is equal to 16 4s are 64 a cube x. Now bring this LHS side to the RHS side, that is x power 4 minus 64 a cube x is equal to 0. Now from these two we can take x common. Then we are getting that x cube minus 64, we can write the 4 cube a cube is equal to 0. So this product is 0 means one point of intersection is x is equal to 0. Another one is that x cube is equal to 4 cube a cube, that is you can write 4a whole cube. So therefore x is equal to 4a. So therefore another point of intersection whose x coordinate is that x is equal to 4a. Therefore the required area is equal to, that is integral. So one limit is that x is equal to 0 to up to the 4a. Now this is the area bounded between the two curves. To find the area bounded between the two curves, already I told you that you should take upper curve minus lower curve. Where the upper curve is that y square is equal to 4ax. Y square is equal to 4ax is an upper curve. From that the value of the y is equal to under root 4ax. That's why that is 2 root a root x, which is upper curve minus. Where the lower curve is that this is x square is equal to 4ay. From that the value of the y is x square by 4a dx. So like that we will take this upper curve minus lower curve. Then we have to evaluate this integration. So this is 2 root a is constant at an outside. And integral root x is 2 by 3 x power 3 by 2 minus integral x square dx is x cube by 3. Already 4a is there. 3 into 4, that is 12a. So it is x cube upon 12a. Then we will keep the limits from 0 to the 4a. Now we will substitute that upper limit there. Here 2 into 2, 4 by 3 root a. Root means there is a power 1 by 2 into x is 4a whole power 3 by 2 minus. Substitute the 4a here, 4a whole cube. 4 cube is 64 a cube upon 12a minus, where lower limit is 0. If you keep the 0, that entire thing becomes 0. Now we have to simplify this carefully. So for simplifying this, first here constant is 4 power 3 by 2. The value of 4 power 3 by 2, which is 8. 8 4s are 32 by 3. 32 by 3. a power 3 by 2 into a power 1 by 2. So if you add this power 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2, that is a power 2 minus, here a cancel, and remaining is 4 16s are and 4 3s are gets cancelled. That's why it is 16 a square by 3 will be there. So where LCM is 3, so 32 a square minus 16 a square, that is 16 by 3 a square square unit. So this is the area bounded between the two parabolas. Okay, so like that we have to evaluate this. Okay, next we will see the area of the ellipse x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. We'll see how to find this area of this ellipse. So to find this area of the ellipse, here the given curve is that x square upon a square plus y square upon b square is equal to 1. This is the given ellipse. For this, if you draw the graph of this ellipse, so if you keep y is equal to 0 in the given equation, then we are getting that x square upon a square is equal to 1. Means x square is equal to a square, means x is equal to plus or minus a, means it is going to meet on the x-axis at minus a comma 0 and as well as at plus a comma 0. Okay, similarly, if I keep x is equal to 0 in the given curve, then we are getting that y square by b square is equal to 1, means y square is equal to b square, means y is equal to plus or minus b, means it is going to meet on the y-axis at 0 comma b and as well as at 0 comma minus b. So if you join these points, then we are going to get a closed figure like that. So this is the ellipse. So we have to find the area bounded by this ellipse. To find its area, since here if you observe this one, in this given equation all the powers of the x are even, so all the powers of the y are even. For any curve, for all the powers of the x and as well as all the powers of the y are even, then that curve is symmetric about both the coordinate axes. So in certain cases, the area bounded in all the coordinates are equal. So that's why first we will find the area bounded in the first coordinate only, and we will make it as a 4 times, then we are going to get this entire area. Therefore, the required area is equal to, that is 4 times the area bounded in the first quadrant. So area in first quadrant. Area in the first quadrant. So that's why that is 4 times. To find the area bounded by this curve in the first coordinate, means here this is the y-axis. So the equation of the y-axis is x is equal to 0. This is one line, and this is a comma 0, means this is x is equal to a will be the other line. Now we have to find the area bounded by this curve between the line x equal to 0 and x is equal to a with x-axis. So therefore the limits you have to take between 0 to the a, the area under the curve. So to find the area under the curve, whatever the given curve is there, we have to express this y is equal to in terms of the x. So this is send this x term other side, that is y square by b square is equal to 1 minus x square by a square. So where LCM is a square, so in the numerator we will get that a square minus x square. So therefore the value of the y from this is b by a under root a square minus x square. So this is the given equation, y is equal to in terms of the x. Then we have to integrate that. So this is b by a under root a square minus x square dx. So this is equal to, here 4 into b by a is constant to write outside. Then integral under root a square minus x square, whose formula we know as x by 2 under root a square minus x square plus a square by 2 sine inverse x by a. So this is the formula, we know it. Then we will keep the limits from 0 to the a. Now if you substitute these limits here carefully, so this is 4b by a. First we will substitute the upper limit a. If you substitute the upper limit a, here it is root over a square minus a square, which is 0. This term becomes 0. And if you keep the a here, it is sine inverse of a by a. Sine inverse of a by a is 1. The value of sine inverse 1 is pi by 2. That's why this is, we will get a square by 2 into pi by 2 minus, If you give the lower limit which is 0, substitute the 0 there, this term becomes 0. Sin inverse 0 also 0. The entire lower limit becomes 0. That's why here 2 gets cancelled, a gets cancelled. Then we are getting that pi AB square unit. So this is the area bounded by the ellipse. So that is a pi AB square units. Okay. Here we'll see the next problem. That is the area of the region bounded by the parabola y square is equal to 16x and its latest rectum. We should find the area bounded by this given parabola with its latest rectum. So to find that, here the given parabola is y square is equal to 16x. That is equation number say 1. Observe that parabola, since it is in the form of y square is equal to 4ax, means where 4a is equal to 16, means a is equal to 4. So this we have to find it. And if you consider the equation of the latest rectum for the parabola, equation of latest rectum for the given parabola y square is equal to 4ax is x is equal to a. So that implies where a is given as 4. That's why the equation of the parabola to the given parabola is that x is equal to 4. Now we have to find the area bounded by this parabola with its latest rectum. Means if you consider this parabola is y square is equal to 16x, that is going to represent the right open parabola with the axis is along the positive x-axis, vertex is at 0, 0. The parabola will be like that. And the line is x is equal to 4. So this is a vertical line. So this is x is equal to 4. That is the equation of the latest rectum. Now we have to find the area bounded by this parabola with latest rectum. Means this entire area we have to find it, which is bounded above the x-axis and as well as below the x-axis also. This entire hashed area we have to find it. Because here they didn't mention about with x-axis. That's why this entire area we have to find it. To find this entire area, by using the formula, we can find the area bounded with x-axis under that curve between the limit in the first coordinate. So that's why we will find the area in the first coordinate and we will make it as a 2 times because the curve is symmetric about the x-axis. That's why we will find the area bounded in the first coordinate and we will make it as a 2 times. Therefore, the required area is equal to, that is 2 times the area bounded in the first coordinate. So there the limits are that x is equal to 0 to the 4 and the area under the curve is that y square is equal to 16x, means y is equal to 4 root x dx. Then if you evaluate this, 4 2s are 8, integral root x is 2 by 3, x power 3 by 2, then keep the limits 0 to the 4. That is 8 2s are 16 by 3 and 4 power 3 by 2. Substitute the upper limit there. The value of the 4 power 3 by 2 is the 8. So 8 into 16, that is 128 by 3 square units. So that is the area bounded by the parabola with its latest rectum is 128 by 3. So latest rectum is, that is the equation is x is equal to a. From the given parabola we should find the value of the a, then we can find the equation of the latest rectum, then we have to find the area bounded by this latest rectum. Okay, so look at the next problem. So what is the area of the region bounded by y is equal to sin x with x-axis and between the values x is equal to minus pi by 2 and x is equal to pi by 2. So to find this area, first we will try to draw the graph of the sin x between the limits minus pi by 2 and pi by 2. So take the x values between minus pi by 2 to the pi by 2 in between 0. So first if you take when x is minus pi by 2, then y is equal to sine of minus pi by 2. The value of sine of minus pi by 2 is minus 1. So therefore this is minus 1. And when x is 0, sine 0 is 0. When x is pi by 2, sine pi by 2 is 1. Sin pi by 2 is 1, means the graph of the sin x is like that, start from the minus 1 and goes to the 0, again goes to the 1. So the graph of the sin x is like that. Now we have to find the area bounded between this with x axis with the between the sin x, means this is the area we have to find it. So To find that area, here you can observe that the required area is equal to, of course, here the minus pi by 2 to the 0, whatever the area we are getting, between 0 to the pi by 2, this area also equal to this. That's why we can find the area bounded between 0 to the pi by 2. Then we will make it as a 2 times, then we will get the total area. Because here the length of this limit is same. But sometimes if they have given that means unequal limits, suppose if they are given between minus pi by 2 to the 0 and 0 to the pi here, or 0 to the pi by 3 if they have given that, in certain cases we have to find this area separately and this area separately. So that's why here what we will do is, here observe this is the area which is available below the x-axis. Below the x-axis means if you calculate this area, that area we are getting the negative. That's why to make it as a positive, we have to consider this is within the modulus. That's why the required area is modulus integral minus pi by 2 to the 0. The area under the curve with x-axis means that is sin x dx. This we have to keep with the modulus plus next area that is above the x-axis. That's why directly you can calculate this area 0 to the pi by 2 sin x dx. Okay, means whenever the curve is available below the x-axis, then for that particular area we have to keep that within the modulus. Now integral sin x, which is minus cos x, then keep the limits minus pi by 2 to the 0 plus integral sin x is minus cos x here, then we will keep the limit between 0 to the pi by 2. So this is modulus minus of, first we substitute the upper limit cos 0 which is 1 minus, substitute the minus pi by 2 cos of minus pi by 2 which is 0 plus, here also substitute the upper limit, there is a minus cos pi by 2 is 0 minus 0, if you substitute the 0 there, cos 0 is 1, so it is minus 1. Therefore, it is minus 1 under the modulus means this is 1 unit plus minus of minus 1, that is the plus 1 unit, means the total area is at 2 square units. So this is area bounded by that curve with the x-axis between the given limits. So whenever some curve if you find below the x-axis, we have to keep that area within the modulus, then we have to evaluate this. Next, look at the next problem. Here we have to find the area of the region included between y square is equal to 2x and the line y is equal to the 2x. So to find this area, here the given parabola is y square is equal to 2x. Call this is say equation number 1. And the given line is y is equal to 2x. Call that is equation number say 2. Suppose if we draw the graph between them, y square is equal to 2x, since it is in the form of y square is equal to 4ax, means this represent a right open parabola whose axis is along the positive x-axis and the vertex is at 0, 0, means the graph of that particular function curve is like this. And if we consider the line y is equal to 2x, since it is in the form of y is equal to mx, means it passes through the origin. It passes to the origin and whose slope is 2 unit, means that line will be like this. This is y is equal to 2x line. Now we have to find the area bounded between this curve and the given line. This is the area we have to find it. So if you want to find this area, we can observe that here the curve and as well as the line are going to meet at the two different points. First you should find their point of intersection. You should find their point of intersection. For finding their point of intersection, we will solve 1 and 2. So solving equation 1 and equation 2. So here from the equation 2, the value of the y is equal to 2x. We will keep that y value in the equation 1. Then y square, that is 4x square is equal to 2x. Bring this 2x this side. Then 4x square minus 2x is equal to 0. From these two, we will take the 2x common. Remaining is 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. So if this product is 0 means 2x is 0, means x is equal to 0. And 2x minus 1 equal to 0 means x is equal to 1 by 2. Therefore their point of intersections are, this is x is equal to 0 line and this is x is equal to 1 by 2 are their point of intersections. Therefore the required area is equal to, that is integral 0 to the 1 by 2 are the limits because this is the area bounded between the two curves, then we have to take upper curve minus lower curve, where the upper curve is that y square is equal to 2x, means from that y value is equal to under root 2x, that is root 2 root x, minus where the lower curve, which is a straight line, that is y is equal to 2x dx. Now this is equal to the root 2 times integral root x is 2 by 3 x power 3 by 2 minus integral 2x dx, which is x square. Then keep the limits 0 to 1 by 2. First we substitute the upper limit, that is 1 by 2. So it is 2 root 2 by 3 into 1 by 2 whole power 3 by 2, that is 1 by 2 power 3 by 2 minus 1 by 2 whole square, which is 1 by 4. Now 2 power 3 by 2, which is 2 root 2, where this 2 root 2 is getting cancelled. So 2 by 3, sorry. So it is 1 by 3 minus 1 by 4, that is equal to 1 by 12 square units. So this is the area bounded between the two curves. So all the problems from the definite integrals we have to solve like that. So whatever the curve is given, that first we should able to draw the graph of that, both the curves and as well as the lines. If they have given both the curves, we have to draw the graph of the both the curves. Then we should identify which area we have to find this. For that, what we have to do it. So like that. So the models are like this. So we require to practice some more problems of this model. Okay. Then practice from your textbook. Then we will become perfect on this. Okay. Thank you and all.